Okay, I'm bleeding out an abscess between the eye tooth and the bicuspid, and there's just a lot of blood, so I'm pretty scared here. But I'm pretty sure that since it's still blob-like, that means that the blood is still part of the abscess, so it basically deserves to go. So I'm hoping that eventually it will stop bleeding before I lose too much blood. That's going to be my main project here, just bleeding this abscess out. So hopefully I get to the bottom of it eventually. So I'm going to come along the bicuspid, into the hole, go into the hole, and then let the stuff bleed. So let's give it a go. I have a feeling I'm actually coming to the end of the line. I think I've almost bled this thing out. But we'll find out. Amazing. Okay, it's starting to look like I actually bled the thing out, especially with that monstrosity that just came out. Real good, real good. Okay, that was the sickle. Now I'm going to try the straight one, and this is going to go up in deeper. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to come around on the bicuspid, into the hole, up into the hole. Very good. Sure. Okay. So there's still some left, but not much. Another small blob. So it looks like that large monstrosity that came out, looks like that was the grand finale. And now I'm going to come around one more time, and I'm going to see if I can get any more stuff to come out. If I really want to get serious, I should probably spend about another hour on this. So we shall see what I do. I'm coming around from the bicuspid into the gap. I'm going to stick this thing in there, and then see if anything comes out. I'm sure some will. The question is it still active readily, or is it on its last legs? Which on its last legs I keep going anyway. Ideally, I want to get every last little thing out. It's actually clean, believe it or not. I'm walking, manipulating it by poking it and things like that. This is not my very last chance, but I might as well take as much advantage of it as I can. So I came around from the bicuspid. Now I'm going to come around from the eye tooth. This one's a little more dicey. Let's just see how well I do. I never really properly clean this out. Crud, there's still calculus there. I could sort of ignore the calculus for now and just focus on the hole. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back into the abscess again with this longer instrument. And I mean, I could go in there with some water. That probably wouldn't hurt. We'll see. Back from the bicuspid again. Clear. A little bit, not much. Okay, at this point, looks like what I can do. Let's call it a day. Pretty amazing. Let's review the whole thing. Right here, between the second incisor and the eye tooth, there was an abscess, mostly on the incisor side. I cleaned it out on the eye tooth side. I've had this sort of feeling up in there somewhere that there was something going on, and I pretty much presumed there was an abscess between the eye tooth and the bicuspid. So I started cleaning it out this morning, and it took me several hours to just remove little pieces of crud that were in the way. And then I got to the point where I was able to take this sickle blade, and then I was able to draw it across the bicuspid into the gap between the eye tooth and the bicuspid in such a way that I unblocked whatever piece of calculus was there that was blocking the abscess from coming out. At that point, the area started to bleed a lot. I still hadn't removed all of the calculus at that point, so I kept working on the calculus while it was bleeding, two things at once. Just kept bleeding more and more and more. I basically just bled it out. There may be a little calculus left on this eye tooth. I should probably see if I can get that out before I quit. There's some, not that much. The main thing was the abscess, though, and it looks like that's largely reduced, at least for now. Hard to say what's going to happen to it eventually, but so much crud came out that it's just incredibly so much better off than it was before. There's no comparison. So after this area heals up a little bit more, then I can clean up whatever might be left. There doesn't seem to be much readily available. Good. That's it. Okay, I'm going to give it a blast of water. Nothing came out, or very little, so there's no real advantage to this. Just the one little squirt was sufficient. I think the blood, all that blood, did a pretty good job of cleaning it out. So at this point, it looks like I can just let it recover.